Welcome back to Guess What Day It Is. Today we're going to find out how our second month in business went. So we just finished month number 2 at our booth at the Brass Armadillo in the Kansas City metro area. If you're ever in town, check it out. It's pretty awesome. We're booth number 109. But it's a great place to go, even if you don't like the stuff that we sell. So July was actually pretty strong. Our first month in business, I'm going to call a success. August, on the other hand, we barely squeaked by. So we'll talk about the numbers, but before we do that, let's take a look at the booth. We've had some changes. So here is the new and improved booth. We've added a nice shelf facing out. Looks like we may need a little light on that shelf. It is pretty dark, but I like it out in front. Get some of that stuff out there. We have a ton of new in-box Halloween stuff. So all the things that you see are essentially brand new, never been used, never been opened, including the web maker, which is down there on the bottom shelf. It's basically a hot glue gun you stick air hose in, which is pretty cool. Moving into the booth, we've got a 5-foot coffin. It's pretty neat. Got some more Halloween stuff. Once again, all new in the box. May have to figure out something to do with the back of the shelf there too. Still have our binoculars. We actually sold the RCA stereo that booklet goes to, but that's okay. So we changed the color on our lights. They're red to kind of go with Halloween a little bit. They kind of look orange in the video. We may turn it purple and green or something like that. Orange doesn't really show up very well, but got this as kind of an electronics section. Got our Fisher receiver, our Allied speakers still here. Magnavox DVD burner, Technics graphic equalizer. Got the realistic speakers. Both of those you will see this Friday. We've got our Technics linear turntable CD player. Down the bottom we've got Patrolman. We've got 2 CBs. I do have quite a few more CBs to get out on the booth there. DVDs, we've moved them over to the corner here. Now that we have the shelf kind of where those were, nice and well stocked. More Halloween stuff up on the top there. Those 2 guys seem like permanent residents. We gotta get those things out of here. I might start dropping pricing on those, maybe the phones as well. I definitely can drop the price on the green phone. TI-99 is still here. We've got some box sets of DVDs. We've got our Atari Junior with bowling in the box. And got our Kmart plate along with Joe Camel and the Blue Nun. So definitely filling up. We also have our McDonald's toys over on the side here. That's going to do it for this week. Looking good. So how do we do for the month of August? Well, before we get into the numbers, I need to clarify the pay periods that the Brass Armadillo puts out are every other week. So it doesn't necessarily overlay with a 30 or 31 day month schedule. Not a big deal, just want to bring that to your attention. going forward. So for the month of August, we sold a whopping $726.50. That is well short of my goal of $1,000. So the sales at Brass Armadillo were down quite a bit because $152.50 of that was a Polaroid camera that we sold on eBay. If we compare that to the month of July, we had $871 in total sales just at the Brass Armadillo. So from a net revenue standpoint, we almost got to that $400 mark. We made it to $398.13 net of expenses. And if you compare that to July, we were at $644 net of expenses. So not even close to getting to the point where we can clear that $1,000 per month yet. But we're working on it. We're getting there. So what is our plan for the next month? Well, as you can see in the video, we added a shelf. We added a lot of Halloween decorations, which should help get people into the booth. None of those items are very high priced, but it's a way to get people in there and hopefully help them to find something else that they want to buy as well. So, and I think going forward, the holiday season should be a little bit better as well. So my goal is to get as many stereos and turntables and cool things into the booth so that people can use those items as Christmas gifts and everything as well. So we do have one more shelf that needs to get into the booth that is still at my parents' house. I got to get it loaded up and into the booth. It's going to be really good to display vinyl. So we have some vinyl that we just haven't really been able to put out yet. And the shelf is actually, I think it's a hi-fi shelf from maybe the 60s. So it'll add kind of some nice ambiance to the booth, and it will also have two spots where we can put some vinyl out there and display it very nicely. So we have a plan going forward. So the holidays, and we do have a bunch of Christmas stuff that's going to be coming as well. We actually have, this is not going to go in the booth, but we have an aluminum Christmas tree, which is going to go on eBay. I've seen those go north of $500. So that should help. Hopefully we can get that sold on eBay. And we do have some other things that we're going to sell on eBay as well. I do have to get the jarts listed again. I have to get the box listed separate from the feathers, and hopefully that can generate some income as well. So the plan going forward is to hit the holidays hard, use that as a way to get people into the booth, to continue to expand our inventory that we can display with new shelves, and that should be good. I also want to expand what we do on eBay as well too, so we can have two sources of income coming into the business as well. So tell me what you think. If you're in resale or if you're into vintage items, was it a month that was meh? If so, put it down in the comments. Is there something that I'm doing wrong? Put that down in the comments too. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember to hit like and subscribe. And Friday we have a video coming out with some pretty cool stuff that's on the bench. We've got a nice Trinitron TV. We've got a turntable. We've got some other stuff that you need to check out. So tune in, hit like and subscribe so when that Friday video comes out, you know when it is. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time on Guess What Day It Is.